Awesome, you guys. All right, welcome to our weekly leadership Zoom. I am excited to go over this topic because, like we were just saying before started recording, it's one of those things that when you embrace what your body is doing and the flow of it, it is really cool to see how you can truly excel. And I have found that there are times of the month I feel different ways, and I've always wondered why. So when I learned about this a few years ago, it was a really cool aha moment. And I just wanted to share it with you guys on how we can embrace that and utilize it to our advantage rather than working against it. See, men tend to stay plateaued at one level and they could go all in all month long and just bust things out. And it's just a total different vibe than what we can do. And there's a reason for it. We're going to have our ebbs and flows, and we have that intuitive side to us, and we have a lot of energy and that we can give, and we're just going to kind of look at when in the month is the perfect time to do that and what to do to utilize that for your business. So phase one of your monthly cycle is days 1 to 5. That's the menstrual phase. And here's what that's going to look like, and here's how it might impact your business. Well, the menstrual phase is what's happening during that time. That's when we have our period. We know exactly what that's about. But what's happening is our hormones are decreasing. So estrogen and progesterone are going down. And so we tend to have the lowest energy during that time. And it's pretty obvious. There's a lot of suggestions about not even working out during this time because you don't want to be raising cortisol levels and things like that. So they're really connecting a lot of what goes on. Like, you can look at the cycles of the moon, you can look at the cycles of our body, you can look at all the different cycles, and even suggesting that we take a little more time for grounding during this time, right? It makes a lot of sense because we're lowest for energy, but our intuition is through the roof. So we can really feel things. And that's why I think a lot of times we think during our period, we get in our heads, we have all these symptoms, we're overthinking. But is it overthinking, or is it our intuition that is completely through the roof? So we start to feel like we're overthinking, but really we're not. Okay. Think about your business. Your energy's low, you're overthinking things, and you're wondering if it's ever going to get back up again, right? But this is the time where you actually could really set some goals. You could use this downtime. This isn't the time to grind it out, to run, to go hard, to plan every meeting and plan everything and do all the trainings and all the things, because it's the time that you're going to just sit, ground, reflect, use your intuition, and your left and right brain are communicating really clearly at this point. So it's a time to get it out on paper and really set it and really set what you want for the month. So I think a lot of this just makes a lot of sense when you think back into your business, and maybe times of the month you felt blah about it. And it's like, maybe it's just this, maybe it's hormones, right? All right, phase two is going to be day 6 to 12. Okay. This is the follicular phase. This is when we have a massive surge in estrogen in our body. This is going to give us those Wonder Woman vibes. This is probably that time when you're like, and I don't know about you, but me for sure, I'm like, hey, I want to book this. I want to do this training. I want to do this in person. I want to message 700 people all day long. I want to be chatting with people. Like, it's just like, woo, I could clean my house. I could get things done. It's just that Wonder Woman vibe. You're really surging and you're able to learn faster. It's kind of a time that you're like, okay, what else could I learn? I want to learn something new. I want to take a course. Your creativity's there. It's like you're thinking, what else could I do? Who could I help? How could I help them? What new things could I try? This is like that time that you plan new projects. This is when you get that calendar filled, but like understanding, maybe don't fill it during that time of your cycle. Although let's be real, we can always power through a little of that stuff. So you don't want to be like too in your head about it. But plan those new projects because the creativity is going to just be flowing, and you're going to be coming off your intuition portion. And so ride on that and ride into the next momentum, right? It's all about utilizing the momentum from each phase. And I just like, this is honestly my favorite because I always know when I'm in Wonder Woman phase. Like, I think all of us feel that way, especially with the drive we have. And that's why phase one is so confusing, because we're going, wait a minute, like I am a driven person. I can do whatever. And then you're like, blah. So just power through and get to this one because it's obviously that really fun one that we have. And take advantage. Don't think if I use all my energy, I'm going to burn out. And maybe that's why people think they're burning out is because they're using all this. They have so much crazy energy here. And instead of understanding that you're going to get to the menstrual cycle and need some downtime, we're thinking we're not powering through because we should be in Wonder Woman phase forever. And that's just not the case. But take advantage of the week that it's Wonder Woman week and don't think about burning out after this because that's not the case. It just means you're going to have a little more downtime. Phase 3 is day 13 to 18. Okay, this is the ovulation phase. Okay, this is like the phase where you feel like communicating with your husband phase, right? Like, and I don't just mean like that, but I truly mean communication phase. But it's the heightened communication. This is perfect for business because it's perfect time for collaboration. And I love that you're able to work through challenges. You feel optimistic, outgoing. And again, it kind of just extends that Wonder Woman phase. So you have a couple weeks, right? Every month where you're going to feel like on cloud nine. You want to give a handout, help everyone, do everything, take on tasks, help other people who you think are struggling. Like it's just that vibe that we have. And that's again why it feels like sometimes I think when we're in the menstrual phase, there's something wrong with us. Because for 2 weeks, I've felt so incredible. For 1 to 2 weeks, it's been amazing. I've been on cloud nine, like so good. And again, we have to remember that that's just a part of the cycle, right? We're not depressed. We're not down and out. We're not giving up. We're not losers for resting. Like that's just our cycle and it's just the way it needs to be. But this is the time when you want to go, okay, what can we collaborate on? You probably find, you'll see the group chats, people going, let's do something together. What can we do? I really crave community, right? Where you hear people say that, but then like 2 weeks later, shocker, they don't come to anything because they're probably in phase one at that point. But phase three, they felt like collaborating, being around everybody, right? So it's so interesting that we have to kind of watch that and look at that. So utilize phase three for collaborating. If there's any challenges, if there's some conflict you got to work through with someone, this is the time to do it because you're going to be the most receptive and most open to it. And this is the phase where you're going to feel so good about your business. Like, okay, I just got through Wonder Woman phase. I'm through here. I'm feeling super optimistic about where I'm going with what I'm doing. This is good, right? And then you have to keep remembering those emotions. Now, phase 4, this is the luteal phase, okay? This is the phase where estrogen and testosterone start lowering and progesterone increases, right? Progesterone starts increasing in case of other things that our bodies might be doing during this time. But progesterone increasing means that it's an anti-anxiety hormone. So it makes you feel calmer. Okay. This is why you feel calm and good during this time just before your next period starts. You're fairly productive with an increased attention to details. Okay. Your mind is kind of zoning in, getting ready to get back in that intuitive phase again. But you're fairly productive. You're task and goal oriented. You're calm, right? Your to-do list is not a problem. You don't mind. And again, this just takes me back to like now we've done 1 to 2 to 3 weeks of feeling like we can do a lot. And then we go back to phase 1 where it starts to go, okay, I need to rest. And oftentimes we think we're being a failure because of that. When that is not the case, it's the case of coming off of 1 to 2 to 3 weeks of being able to do it and really tuning into the fact that 3 of these 4 weeks are about production, intuition, are about collaboration, are about goals, to-do lists, and all the things. And then we go back to square one where we kind of start feeling like we need that rest. But really, the rest just means start dialing in, start setting those new sets of goals. And you can almost relate it. If this was a perfect month and it was like February 1st to February 28th, you could almost see it. It does flow with a business in a sense because it's like the first week you're kind of like setting out your goals and slowly getting started. And then week 2, I don't know about you, but something about week 2 in every single month, we just kind of have built momentum back up. And then week 3, we got people enrolling. Week 4, all the last minute stuff coming in. It's going crazy. You're on a high and you want to start the next month just so incredibly strong. But you need that little bit of rest. You need that little bit of build up again. And I just, I always just trust that. I trust that that first week is going to be that way. The next is just going to kind of keep increasing and going, and it's just going to keep getting better. All right, you guys. So I hope you found some use in this and that you're going to see that you can really build your business and soar within yourself and feel good about it just based on understanding what's going on as a woman. And maybe it's going to explain a lot of things that have happened in your past. Or you look back on times you had conflict or irritability or misunderstanding, and you're going to go, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a little more sense now. And I hope it just helps you propel in your business and where you're going to go with it, and what you want to do with it, you guys. So I'd love to chat a little more about this and just hear your thoughts and what you think about it.